I try to live in the moment, and a new day will come. And if the sun stops shining just right, into the storm, into the storm.
Okay, welcome back, guys, to another episode here. I'm going to show you a couple of the tips and tricks. I have a little arena thing set up here that I can show you. I think the first thing I'd like to show you is just kind of a basic one. Some of you may know it, some of you may not. It's just a basic thing here. But in between your two D-pads, right, your left and right D-pad, you can actually activate your hook, right? I use a Christmas hook. Now we know in our hot bar, if we have it here and we go any which way, we can use it, right? If it's in the hot bar, we know that. But if we take it out of the hot bar, put it in our inventory, we can actually still use it, right? By in between the two D-pads, you can see that I'm not actually using. You see the command center almost slid up there. But in between the two D-pads, we can actually use them. And you can go down with it as well, right? You can see that. So that's one of the things I wanted to show you. I hope that helps you. With building, it really does help if you're underneath and placing walls and doing stuff, and then you lose your wings and you can't fly anymore, right? You can still hook back up and then continue to fly and build. So that's really an advantage. The other thing I would like to show you, let me pull one of these off, is using the ice rod. The ice rods are really kind of a cool feature because it becomes a block that you can use and place and stand on if necessary. Oh, not there, right? But the other cool thing about it, and that's the reason why I pulled that block off, you can actually place a solid block on it. So if you're building, like, say, pixel art, it makes it really nice and easy to build, and then boom, and then put a block down. You know, if you don't need these blocks, you can just build off of it, and they'll go away for you. It makes it a lot easier to do pixel art. So that's kind of another cool tip and feature. A lot of these things I've learned just by watching people. Some YouTubers use these. I've seen other people build with these. Yeah. The other thing I wanted to show you guys here was this little trick here I learned a long time ago, and it doesn't seem like too many people know about it. I don't really use ropes and chains, and I don't use this feature very much, but it's kind of a glitch that you can actually go through a wall one block thick with the rope, chain, or vines. So that's kind of cool. The way it works is you use a weapon or any item that you really want, right? And what you're going to do is you're going to go in the direction from which the solid block is and then walk, right? So let's do that again. Here we're going to go left, so we're going to swipe our Terra blade with our right D-pad to the left and then walk, right? So it's a great way as far as to keep mobs out, and you can actually get in and out of your house pretty fast. You can make it really fast where if you come down, you're flying into it and stuff, you know, you can actually come in there really fast. So, yeah, I hope that helps. Back here at the hammer tutorial, you can see a lot of people were asking me about the rainbow thing, the rainbow waterfall. How do you do that? Using a rainbow block right at the source is the way you're going to do that. As I was doing that, I was actually noticing a couple cool things. If hammering it around a little bit, you can actually change the direction of the water a little bit, which is kind of a cool thing, you know. So keep playing with that. I wonder if you can't, you know, really change it up. I understand that the water's not running out there. That doesn't make any sense, but anyway, yeah. So the other thing I wanted to talk about was, you see that I'm using a different hammer now. I'm using a Rockfish Hammer. I was watching somebody else, and I noticed that they started using it. The one cool thing about the Rock Hammer is that it doesn't have particle effects like the Pound Hammer. So I'm switching over. I'm switching over to the Rock Hammer. I modified my Rock Hammer to becoming the, there it is, Superior Rockfish. So that's what I went with. The Ice Rod, I like to use the Godly. And yeah. Other tricks I wanted to add to that, because I've been getting a lot of questions about the hammering, is another cool thing you can do. You can see the bottom ledges underneath me are blocks, and I've hammered them all out in there. And there's a really easy way to do that, and I'll show you here. If I hold, right, and I highlight something, boom. If I actually take that highlighted yellow cursor and go down really kind of a fast manner, up and down, right, I can actually hammer those blocks, right, up and down, pretty fast. And that's really nice, especially if you're doing things like that. Now, if I wanted to get the right one, you can see I can just keep hammering to figure out which one it is. It's another hammering technique, right? There it is. So yeah, that's kind of a cool way of doing it. Now, somebody pointed this out to me, and I think it's really cool. I don't normally do this. I usually play without sound, but if I turn my settings on, I actually turn my sound on, you can hear it click there. It really does help if you are listening to your sound that you can actually hear each hammer, right? And so counting those numbers out tend to be a little bit easier if you do have your sound on, if you're doing some type of build where you need a lot of hammering done. It will help to turn your sound on, maybe even a headset, that could help you. So yeah, kind of the addition to the rock session there. I added also a new potion, the Night Owl potion, with the Night Owl and also the other shine. It just, everything instantly lights up. It's really nice. I think it makes a big difference when being able to see everything and build stuff, especially on the little small screen that we use. Yeah, I think the last thing I wanted to show you, and we'll wrap the video up here, it'd be pretty short, it'd be great, is sometimes it's hard for me to start if I'm walking along, because I like to keep the terrain pretty natural, and I don't like to disturb it too much. I like to build around it. But say you're having a hard time just kind of finding a cool little spot. You're like, man, I don't know where to build, and kind of thing. I recommend using the Snowman Cannon, right? Make sure you do have your level 4 rockets, right, that are going to blow the tiles and blocks up, right? And just kind of give yourself a nice little spot to kind of start building. Nothing too crazy. Look, we can even take these guys out. Right? So yeah, just kind of helps you out a little bit. I think on the next episode we'll come over here and we'll build something. We'll put a little basement in, maybe a little mine shaft going down there that you can go get some goodies, and yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. There are kind of some small things for you. Boy, look at that. I shot that guy. I shot that tree right up. Nice. That's why I went over here. Yeah, I hope those helped you out a little bit and everything like that. We'll see you next time. Take care.